Hello and welcome back to my story playthrough of The Secret World Legends. We have finished the Kingsmith area, the town area for Solomon Island, and we're now going to move on to the tourist area of Solomon Island, the Savage Coast. And to start out, let's recap what we did, main story-wise, because sometimes we forget about that because we did so much other stuff. The dawning of an endless night. Kingsmith, a once peaceful town in New England, has been overrun by the living dead. The survivors are holed up at the sheriff's office. Question them to learn more about this undead infestation. Jack Boone talked about how death and fog came to Solomon Island from the sea, and that someone brought it back with them. He believes that someone is still around, and that whatever the reason anyone might have for being here, they should find out what the fog is, how it came, and what the people of Kingsmith died for. He said the few survivors are mostly gathered to the east at the sheriff's office in Kingsmith. Helen Bannerman is in a state of emergency. Most of Kingsmith is gone, overrun by fog and zombies, and she was happy to see anyone armed and ready to fight. There was always a darkness to Kingsmith, she said, and she believes there's a chance they might have brought this upon themselves. The Lady Margaret was a living local fishing boat that had been lost at sea. When it returned to Kingsmith, everyone in town breathed a sigh of relief at their friend's return. But then came the fog. Norma Creed's husband had been on board the Lady Margaret, and she believes it all started there, out at the sea, and that the fog came back with the sailors. But she never had a chance to ask her husband what had happened out there. The captain's log mentioned that several of the crew went mad after they had found a strange item out at the sea, and that Dr. Bannerman would be needed to talk to them, when and if they were to return. Dr. Bannerman's files contain details about the sailors he treated. It's clear from the notes that something has happened to them out at the sea that continued to affect them after they returned, both physically and mentally. Derek and Lawrence Creed were registered on the business address at 5 Main Street, and Joe Slater at his home address at 20 Arkham Avenue. The sailors from aboard the Lady Margaret all met with a grim fate. Derek turned into a mindless zombie, and the only thing left of Lawrence was a half-eaten corpse. Joe Slater was still coherent, but he will certainly never be the same. He had transformed into half-man, half-sea monster. Though struggling to breathe, he described what they had seen out at sea. Dead ships caught in red seaweed, things moving in the fog, and something shining in the darkness, calling out like a siren song. They reached for the light and grabbed it. It saved them from the fog, but brought it back to Kingsmith. The siren song continues to torment him. He can still hear it, and only wishes it could be brought back to the darkness it came from. Whatever it was Joe Slater was talking about, a man called Beaumont seems to have it in his possession. He stilled the song and moved the mysterious item to a safer place, but he can't use it yet. He called it a key, but he has yet to locate the lock, and he cursed the Illuminati and their labyrinths. The material left at the airport indicates that Beaumont had taken a scenic tour of the island, obviously looking for something, and marked a house on the Savage Coast to the south on a map. That house is the only clue left. And with that, we will be traveling to the Savage Coast. Let's say bye-bye, Jack. We are moving on. Yep. And as we already can see, this is the entrance for the amusement park. Again, the Savage Coast is the tourist area, so the Motel is there, the Savage Coast, but also the Academy. You are downloading missing data. I hate this. Why? I mean, I said I want to download everything. Why am I still downloading things? Ugh. Oh wow, there are people here. Hello, people. You have unlocked a new teleport location. Yes, I know. Oh my, dead people here. I guess we can do that quest really quick. A police radio warns about an oncoming zombie assault, and a desperate voice asks for help, stopping it before the undead reach Kingsmith Town.
Got a tip off from that wolf fella. Whole heap of dead folks marching out of the sea, headed for town. Reckon that's past the last thing we need.
I could have sworn at some point that there were more zombies. Locate the source of the assault. Alright, we will do that later, because our next story mission is right here at the abandoned house. Let's check it out. Well, would you look at that? The Illuminati. And we're kind of supposed to open this door. I am not sure I remember all of this, if I'm honest. Inspect the book. Enlightenment.
Quick access inventory updated.
Damn. Oh, you're lucky Boone's been keeping tabs on you, and that I got here when I did. Don't go hunting lions with pea shooters. Know your prey. I've been waiting for something to happen out here. It's been in the earth, in the air. It's why Boone and me came out here even before the fog. There's power on Solomon Island, the kind that spreads. Filth. And it's waking up. My friend Jack is fond of saying he's seen the worst of what this world has to offer. But he's dead wrong. That was just the beginning. I always knew worse things were headed our way. And now they've arrived. The man you're chasing carries something powerful. And potentially dangerous. I'll do what I can to help, though I lack your particular talents. Hell, it took me 30 years of looking to learn how to cast a simple spell. Nope. I get too close to that artifact, it's a bad deal all around. I hear the whispers even now. And I don't have your natural defenses. I'm afraid of what it might do to me. Of what it might make me do to all of you. I've been doing some digging. As far as I can tell, this relic is what brought the fog here. Or at least what controls it. Whoever wields it holds the fate of Solomon Island in their hands. I can't tell you where that tunnel leads, but the Illuminati dug and dug deep when they ruled this island. It's a network that stretches from Kingsmouth in the east to the Academy in the west. I don't know where this tunnel leads, but it's somewhere west of here.
Wow, how very interesting. This is a very specific bug with the shadows, where this little, looks like a little grizzly. It's a shame they never fixed that. What do I leave? Oh. I remember very vividly when I first played the game and came to that scene and all the shadowing was off. I think it has something to do with maybe DirectX 9. Unfortunately, 11 is just too bad with the crashes. Like on 9, it runs perfectly fine, but on 11, you have every hour a crash or something, which is kind of annoying. Alright, so I would say we'll start with the motel, and then we move from there. That sounds like a plan, right? Here's a hotel. Look for survivors. And there's one right there. And as Edgar has said, something happened in this hotel a very long time ago in room number 13. And here we are. If you needed any more proof that the returned dead are being controlled by the dog, we have it. It appears increasingly like that they came from the sea for a greater purpose, and we are hard at work gathering the necessary information. In the meanwhile, I would implore you not to jump every time a bleeding heart shudders. If we were to come to aid of all in need, we would have precious little time left for our chief priorities. Which is not the human life, very obviously. Non-functioning TVs. Could have sworn there was actually once a honeycomb in here. Weird. And hello, Daniel Bach. So, actually, now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure on Bach we have to go all the way to London. I mean, Vicar is really an interesting storyline, but we would actually have to leave the Savage Coast. So I will probably do Hellenbach last. But first, let's have a little chat. Who's this young man?
Call me whack, everyone does. Just don't call me a thrill seeker. No. Perspective. Car surfing's a thrill. Sprinting across railway bridges is a thrill. War reporting isn't a thrill. It's an assignment. It's a duty. That's why they don't hand out Pulitzers for base jumping. It's about redefining your view of mortality for yourself and for the other guys. To tell people it's not indiscriminate death, period. It's indiscriminate death, comma. Someone has to be the hell chaser. When I finally found the real thing, I hardly felt surprised. Turns out that hell is a whole lot like home, no matter that I've been desensitized by mass graves and hate crimes and Fox News and fucking Burger King. Yeah, it tastes like bleach fumes, and the way the light falls is all wrong. Too red and too overexposed. But it's a whole lot like home. I don't see any great cosmic moral in that, though. You want a page from my memoirs, bud? I first saw it in Afghanistan. Down the caves, the real old caves, the ones the Taliban dynamited the shit out of along with those big Buddhas. It was something they couldn't close again. Finest military ordnance the taxpayers' money can fund barely closed it. Picture, if you will, a squad of huge-ass Marines doing all they could not to piss their pants, praying to every god in the directory. I just squatted in my own mess and wrote until my hands seized up. Gibberish. Total shit, that's what it turned out I wrote. That's what the camp docs made, too. Check it off on the battlefield trauma. Heat exhaustion, second-degree sunburn. Mass hallucination. Gave us a lot of prescription drugs and dumped in the desert. Seriously, take two if visions of fucking howling, screaming purgatory persist. I don't know what happened to the other guys. I'd say I took it better than most. Yeah, I know I've been busting your chops, but that's just me. I'm an asshole, unrepentant. I appreciate the company, no shit. You don't get a lot of it when you're going 1,000,000 miles an hour, F5 in the world every 10 seconds. If I lived to do an autobiography, it would have been an RSS feed. There were two people who really got my head. My grandfather had told me I was always jumping freight trains straight to hell. Claudia, my wife. Maybe you read it. Wrote for the Village Voice before the buyout. Same wavelength, didn't want kids, gymnastic shit in the bedroom. Things weren't the same after I did Georgia. The country, not the dancer at the fifth age. Claudia was totally accommodating. Sitting in the back of an open Jeep in the rain with hell on my mind, I knew just where to find it. Someone, something was calling me. We had a real special moment in the ruins. Glasses haven't come off since. There's plenty of vacancies going, bud. It is the mother of all off-seasons. If you don't mind sleeping rougher than noisy neighbors in 13. Real hellraisers. Well, what's a guy gonna do, call the cops? You must be a riot at parties. Anyway, this is nothing. Nothing. I've covered wars, dirty wars, where crazy runs the show, waving guns up in my face. That place between bad and worse, that's where I belong. In the eye of the shitstorm, the misery and the carnage and time, all slow right down, and I can call it how it truly is. That's where I do my best work. That's where I'm king of the story, man. All demons and devils, not even bothering to wear our skin, whooping like a laugh track in an abattoir, and why not? I'm in on that joke. The best joke of all? We do this to ourselves, but they cannot fucking wait to show us how it's done properly. Wherever there's a critical mass of human tragedy, it's a big flashing come on down sign to them. Yeah, Last one I saw went that way. Happy hunting.
And that's where you actually also go to the dungeon. And I love that song. I really, really, really love it. I don't know why. I think it's very, very fitting, I guess. Alright, and while we're here, we're also picking up this little side quest. The area around the Overlook Motel looks unearthly, like a scene taken from a doomsday movie. Some would call it hell on Earth. Further data on this phenomenon will probably be valuable to your faction HQ. Many fiery cracks. Alright, what's a Hellscape eruption? Alright, what happened to all these? We're supposed to kill stuff, are we? Alright, we need 10 of them. Eruption. Close habits. You are not an eruption. Wait, what the hell is an eruption? Oh. It's pointing me towards this place over here. I did forget about all of these, I have to say. Alright.
Special assignment received. Initializing. Quick access inventory updated.
Well, how do you close it? Close the minor hair rift. How? Ah, now I can close it. Alright. We have still to make some pictures. That was that. I would say we are pretty much done with the Overlook Motel. Because, like I said, we will do the investigation mission last, I think. Alright, let's see about our rewards, and then we will be moving on to John Wolf. For Hellscape, a mighty flame follows a tiny spark. Dante said it first, and I can't but echo his sentiment. These etheric cracks and eruptions you report are most certainly the tiny sparks, and I fear we must prepare for the mighty flame to come. Everything points to some kind of crisis in the hell dimensions. If the demons are planning another excursion into our turf, we will be forced into some kind of reaction. I am pleased you saw fit to send us a warning. You're welcome. And all has no vacancy. The situation and response are self-evident, don't you think? Our aims are seldom drawn into starker relief than by eruptions of the hell dimensions. As you can see, there is no peaceful coexistence between our realities. Negotiation, which I am in no way condoning, comes to a simulated end. Emphasis that the very essence of these creatures leeches life and inflames material. That said, the creatures seldom come prepared to establish a beachhead as they had here. Add the fact that the rifts are yawning open once more, and we have a concerning development. Be vigilant. Oh well, thank you. Alright, now what are we getting here? Let's see. I can grow myself. Yes. And I got a random person, I think. Let's see. Did I got a random person? Thank you. No. Oh, maybe something. There you go. Have fun. What did I got for that? I'm kind of confused. You received bags. It doesn't have anything blue in there. Oh well. Oh well. Alright, we are done here. And we will make our way to John Wolf. Bye bye, Hell Dimension, for now. The Hell Dimension has actually a really interesting storyline, particularly again with someone named Wicca, who is basically a human who tries to go into these Hell Dimensions. And he will be part of the investigation mission. It's basically about Wicca. But it's kind of so jarring. It like looks so different with the Hell Dimension, and then you have like, all right, we're back in the fog. So whenever the Hell Dimension pops up, it's kind of, you know, a bit weird, I guess you could say that. And here we
Additional
are
assignment received. Initializing.
in the little tourist town. Alright. And you hear the little children talking, which has a reason. And this house over there is also very interesting. Actually, this one over there in the back. Alright, but we will do that in the next episode when we will do everything for John Wolf. Thanks for watching and have a good day.